Welcome to the Marriage Be Like podcast. We're your hosts, Kenny
and Kenya.
And we are so glad that you are joining us today. Listen, this podcast is here to discuss love and relationships, life topics, and how to navigate through it all.
Disclaimer, we are not specialists or counselors or professionals in these fields. We are a married couple who's got 27 years of life experiences under our belt. We hope to open some discussions, build communication, and plant some seeds. So sit back, enjoy, and let's have a conversation and grow together. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Marriage Be Like.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes.
You are listening to the Marriage Be Like podcast. If you're listening on Thursday, you are listening on Envision Radio worldwide.
Envision-radio.com.
Yes, worldwide. Now we are in the United States. So
yes.
All things will be pointing to the United States because it's where we live.
Okay.
It is a worldwide radio station.
Yes, okay.
Many people around the world listen, and we are appreciative of that.
Yes, all over the world.
Yes, we are quite appreciative of that. All right, so if you are a first-time listener, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Go ahead and share.
Welcome.
Tell your people, send them a text right now.
You are part of a new family that is Marriage Be Like.
That is correct. And if you are a return listener, we thank you. That means you are a fan.
Yes.
And that you are enjoying what you're hearing.
Yes.
We appreciate it. And again, tell your people.
Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. You can go on wherever you get your podcast, right?
Yes, wherever you get your podcast.
Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
All of them.
Okay.
Yes.
Everywhere.
You can get it everywhere.
You know, you sound just like where you're from.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
It comes out from time to time.
Ooh, it was pretty pronounced right then. Scary.
Someone told me the other day at work that I don't sound like I'm from Kentucky.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, huh. Because when I go to Kentucky, they say, oh, you sure sound like you're from Alabama.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, okay, all right. But the person at work told me that I didn't have an accent.
Well,
that means the two.
No. That means that you have really ingratiated yourself in the culture that is Alabama.
That's true, because many have accents here and we don't.
Yeah. So
I can talk country, but I have to force it really.
Okay. Well,
anyway, that's not what we're talking about tonight.
Sorry, that was my fault. My fault.
Let's go into our calendar review. How about that?
Okay, great.
So welcome to the month of June.
Already, man. I mean, you know what? I can't believe it.
Yeah. Midway through the year.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Okay.
I know.
All right. So what are we doing in June? What are we doing?
So June has a lot of awareness months.
Okay.
Awareness
month, things for the month.
So I'm just going to mention a couple of them.
Okay. All right.
Because we'd be here all night trying to get that out. So anyway, I felt like I put down the more popular ones.
Okay.
Or at least the ones I was more familiar with.
Okay.
But feel free to look up more.
Okay.
Let's see. So Father's Day.
That's right.
Not an awareness month, but hey, y'all got to be celebrated.
That's
we had
right.
ours last month for Mother's Day.
Yes.
Now it's this month, June is Father's Day.
Yes. And I'll send a couple more Father's Day gifts ideas.
Okay.
Because I sent one today. And I appreciated that you sent one back. And,
I did.
And I did like that. I do.
It was a better one, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, both of them will do.
The other one had more space, and the one I sent had more space, and it would work better for you. All right, we won't go there. We'll let you have your time. It is Father's Day month. We'll let you have it. All right, men's health.
Yes.
Awareness, that is mental and physical.
All right.
All right. So men's health, this is your month.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess because of Father's Day.
Is that? Okay.
I don't know. I said I guess.
Okay. The attitude. Wow. I mean, not necessary.
I'm not saying it with attitude. I'm just making the statement.
I said it's your month.
Okay. I assume it's because of Father's Day. It may not be. Is that better?
Okay.
Okay. PTSD Awareness Month.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't realize that.
I didn't know that one either, but I know what PTSD is.
Yeah.
And the range.
Yeah.
That you can get PTSD. So I felt like that was I'm glad it has an awareness month.
Yeah. And for the record, plug back to our mental health episode. So go back to You can go to marriagebeelike.com. You can check out all of our other episodes, but we
That's
did
correct.
talk about PTSD
We
and
sure
how that
did.
affects marriages or relationships. So definitely go back and check that
We
out.
did. All right. It's also Pride Month. So I
Okay.
know many people celebrate that as well.
hmm
Alzheimer's and brain awareness.
Wow.
So I didn't put brain awareness with the Alzheimer's.
Okay.
I actually knew it was Alzheimer's Awareness Month.
Okay.
I didn't know that they were together.
Now,
Brain awareness can be so wide.
right. Okay. Because I was
So-
like, okay, I'm not sure I understand what that means.
Yeah.
But okay.
And to me, Alzheimer's is more of a specific, but
Yeah.
maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Okay.
But yes, it's Alzheimer's and brain awareness.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
All right. Then also, and this is the last one I've got, Caribbean American Heritage Month.
All right.
I can appreciate that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we got, Black History Month.
Right.
I appreciate celebrating a little bit of everybody.
Don't we have like a Caribbean Day around here? Like there's a park
Yes.
locally.
Yes.
They kind of take the whole day.
We
and
haven't been in a while. We need to go this
need
year.
to check it out.
Though we don't have Caribbean descent that we know of, but I love the food.
Not in our blood, but the food is great.
Yeah, we've gone to Caribbean Day a couple times.
We have. So you know what? Y'all gonna see me again. Y'all gonna see me again. So
just might show up and celebrate with y'all.
yeah, going to do that.
We have a lot of friends that are Caribbean.
Yep.
So hey, it is what it is. All right. You ready to jump in, babe?
Let's jump in. 2 feet.
We got a good topic this week.
Okay.
So today we're discussing how Hollywood shows families and couples in a negative way.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. In
Black
a negative
love
way.
in Hollywood?
Okay. With the question marks?
With question marks.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about that because when you talk about Hollywood, you're excited about representation, right? Black Hollywood representation. Yes. So I guess the question is,
or at least we want to be.
What are we representing, right? What representation are we manifesting? So all right, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it. So this week coming, Tyler Perry's new series. Okay. And I'm going to just say this right now, not to knock Tyler Perry.
Okay.
It just is what it is.
Right. Okay.
He technically does have a new series called Divorce Sisters.
Divorce Sisters.
That's coming out next week.
Okay.
All right. And yeah, so it debuts like Tuesday, I think. I'm not completely for sure.
Okay.
But there seems to be excitement about it. I've watched, some interviews and so on and so forth. We've got some new cast, new actresses.
Okay.
Some people we may recognize. I know LaToya Luckett's on it.
Okay.
Kadeen Ellis, I believe this is her first major role.
Okay.
She's on it. Ellis Ever After podcast.
Okay.
The Val Kadeen.
Right.
She's on it. And there were several other ladies on there.
Okay.
Then, of course, they have husbands or ex-husbands, I guess, because it's called Divorce Sisters.
Okay.
So, I felt like that would be something interesting to talk about today, simply because the other shows that seem to be spinoffs, I think it's a spinoff from the other show.
Okay.
One is called Sisters, and that's done very well on cable.
Okay.
Is it BT Plus, I think? It's done very well. And this one's called Divorce Sisters.
Okay.
I'm a little concerned, though.
Oh, okay.
One, because there's so much excitement.
Over being divorced?
Yes, it seems like it.
Okay.
It seems like it. Not that people don't get divorced.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with the reality of the show, even the title, because I think that we should show all facets of Black families.
Okay.
Or even families in general.
You're struggling.
I struggle with the fact that it's called Divorce Sisters.
So
all of them have to be divorced.
Right. So does this mean then that this particular show is an opportunity to represent them as they are?
Probably so.
You know what I mean? Because if we talk about, I mean, it's like the point I was kind of alluding to when we talk about Black Hollywood, the level of representation of who we are in Hollywood matters.
Yes.
And so then does it now matter then that there is something to speak to the sisters, as it's spelled, right, that are divorced?
Yes. I think, again, that everyone should be represented.
Okay.
What I strongly believe is that we don't represent good, healthy families in Hollywood.
Mm. You know,
There's the issue. And not only me, there's actually articles and proof and so on and so on. You can go down a serious, hole on the internet looking for information. Everything points to the same thing. Hollywood does not push for healthy relationships.
yeah. Can I ask a question?
Mhm.
We keep saying Hollywood, but are we just talking about TV, or is it really because all TV is Hollywood?
Well, we watch.
Okay.
Here there are yes,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, because whether you're in Atlanta and whether you're in LA, it's still considered Hollywood
Is it? Okay.
because it still goes through your same systems.
Okay. All right. No, I mean that's fair. That's fair. We know what we mean, and I don't know. That may be just a matter of semantics. So
Probably so.
yeah. All right. So we feel like then, I mean, of course, you're struggling with this whole idea of having a show that is dedicated to divorced women. And
No, I'm not actually struggling with the show about divorced women. I'm struggling with the fact that it's another thing about not being married.
oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
I think I'm following you then. All right. So it's not just that it's a show about
Because
divorced
I think
women.
that they should be represented.
Right.
But
How
so
many-
many shows show divorced,
Okay.
cheating,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. Rarely do
So
we see healthy
where
relationships, healthy marriages.
are the good marriages? Where are the wow.
Give me the show.
Yeah. I don't know. Because you really I don't know. I don't know.
And granted, we can't watch all TV. Everybody can't watch all TV.
Right.
For those who are TV heads, you may watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
But still, you're gonna have a hard time finding good, healthy relationships as far as TV shows and even movies.
So you know what? Let's do this. Can we do this? Because you asked the question, what show? Give me a show. How about we ask our audience to give us a show?
Sure.
Maybe for those who are listening, email us at KennyandKenya@marriagebelike.com and give us show
Continue the
ideas.
discussion.
Continue the conversation. And we were stumped
Yeah.
just now.
Today's shows. And I read an article discussing today's shows versus 80s and 90s shows.
Yeah.
I could tell you some of them,
Yeah.
but I'm like, so one of the shows that I watched for a little bit was Family Reunion. That was starring Tia Mowry and Lorel Devine.
Yes, I remember that one.
That was a good show.
But how long ago was that?
Well, it might even still be out. I'm not
Is it-
sure. I didn't watch all of the seasons, but
Okay.
it did have several seasons. It had enough seasons where the kids were growing up.
Okay.
And I thought it was a good show.
I thought so
It's
too.
very family friendly,
It is.
very Disney type.
Okay. No, I thought it was a really good show. I mean, because of the character played by Loretta Devine.
Mhm.
I mean, she was really strong in the church.
Hey, Loretta Devine is excellent.
Yeah. I mean, but what I'm saying is she was strong and active in her church.
Yes.
So they were always going to church and things like that.
Right. So it showed that particular TV show
Yeah.
gave 2 good marriages. So it was Tia and her husband,
Mhm.
which her husband, Loretta Devine, was his mother.
Right.
And then her husband, what was the man's name who played Shaft?
Oh, see, you I barely remember my own name. Don't ask me about
Okay.
somebody else's name.
Anyway, he was the father.
Yes.
So that was 2 healthy couples.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like that was a good show. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I had not seen Zero of the Kids before, so it was nice to see new faces and acting. And I thought that the children were great actors, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny. It dealt with more happier, positive topics, but it also dealt with some challenging things. So I think it had a nice little variety. Several things where they even had some episodes where there was musical type.
Yeah.
They talked about some Black history topics. I thought they did really well with the writing and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
But that's not many of those kinds of shows.
No, you're right. I mean, currently,
And more specifically Black. That's primarily where my feelings lay.
Yeah.
Because I'm Black.
Okay, so
so
I do remember his name.
yes, I know his name. If you say his name, I'm like, yeah.
Because I didn't I really racked my brain because I didn't want our listeners to feel like I didn't know the man's name. You said he played Shaft, and I didn't know his name,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you don't know his name. So now I got that.
I know his name. It just ain't coming to me. It's
Okay.
on the tip of my tongue. Don't say it.
We're talking about Richard Roundtree.
Yes. His face was in my head.
So people, we just drew a blank, okay?
We
so
did.
please do not
Please
hold
do not
that.
take our
What
black
do they
heart.
say? Charge it to my head, not my heart.
Yes, yes, and yes.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. So so you're right. I mean, we don't see a whole lot of shows like that today. You know, and wow. So can I ask this question and tell me if I'm getting ahead of myself with this question, right? But is that because television is imitating life, or does life imitate television? I think that's something to discuss.
I think it is something to discuss. My personal opinion, I would say it's more 50-50. I think that Hollywood does imitate life. I think that as far as, because I think that people do want to see representation.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes Hollywood focuses on the wrong representation though. Like, why can't you give us some positivity? Why does it always have to be
Okay.
on the struggle side?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I think about, because you
all
talk
people
about,
aren't single. All people aren't divorced. All people aren't single parents.
right. You know, when you talk about struggle, it made me think about what was that show? Good Times. Remember Good Times? One of my favorite shows. And there was a struggle there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, that was just the challenge of life.
Theirs was a financial struggle.
There was a financial struggle, but they
Economic.
worked it together. Right. I mean, granted, they made mistakes and stuff, but in the long run, there was a love there, there was a bond there, and you know, despite the struggle, the challenges that they faced economically, socially, whatever the case may have been, they still bonded together.
We saw the workout each show.
Yeah,
we did, and I missed that. I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is why I brought up Family Reunion, because I felt like that show did the same.
It did.
Even in a more positive way, as far as economic is concerned, because they were professionals.
Yeah, wasn't he like a football player? He got injured, didn't he?
Yes. And then starting businesses, blah blah blah, and raising their family. I felt like those are life things, and to me, life can still be positive. And you can still show healthy relationships, right? Even with drama.
Okay. So now you say drama. Is it the drama that sells more than the...
Well, that's what my real question is. So what is the market?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that I know historically, seeing us on the screen in love has not been a thing for Hollywood. Okay. So, and I know that we're kind of all over the place with this, but we're just talking today. I'm not even following the document, apparently. But my first thought was Billy Dee and Diana Ross.
Okay.
Did you ever see Mahogany or Lady Sings the Blues? Okay, it's all right. It's all right, because they're 1970 movies. We were babies. I don't even think we were born on one of those movies.
Put me on the spot like that. That was unfair. But,
it's okay. And I was just asking. It's okay. That's why I said immediately it was okay. And I touched your hand for the record, babe.
I'm losing fans quickly.
You're not losing fans. We were little. I don't even know when the movies came out. I was going to say we may not have been born, but I watched them later.
Okay.
Anyway, my point is, that was the first time that Black love, male and female couple, had been on screen. And they did those movies back to back. Before then, you had Sidney Poitier. But he was Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, but he was with a white female.
Yeah.
So that doesn't count because there weren't two Black people.
Right.
Still a good movie, but it was kind of maybe the introduction to a more complete Black love situation.
Okay.
And then you had the 70s, you had the Jeffersons, the Good Times, and so on and so forth. Then
Yeah.
we go into our 80s shows.
Yeah.
And not only that, but not only Black love, but love in general and romance was a higher time on television than what it is today.
Okay.
I think that many things have played a part, and I understand that the world changes. I'm not even saying let's go back. That's not what I'm saying, because I think that we should change. I just think we should also show positivity and show that marriages can get through the drama of life.
You know what? You know, this has inspired me.
To do what? Watch those movies I just mentioned?
No. This has inspired me. I know you're going to look at me all kinds of crazy right now.
I'm not even going to look at you. How about that?
Oh, really? Don't
I'll
even look
turn
at
this
me.
way just in case, because
Okay.
I'm nervous. I don't know what you're about to say.
But is you listening to me?
I was till you said is.
We should do a show.
Ah,
Yeah, we should do a show to show Black love. That's what we should
we
do.
do a show right here on Envision Radio. It's called Marriage Be Like.
So we need
This
to
is
do.
our show we host. It is also a podcast. Look at there, 2 for 1.
Really?
Yes.
No, I want to. Maybe we need to act. We need to act because I think you are a phenomenal actress.
Really? He's talking smack, people. That was very sarcastic.
Wow.
Just in case you can't tell. Let me be clear.
Tell me what I meant when I said what I said.
Acting, I don't have any experience.
This is not the truth. Anyway, because I could tell you stories. I could tell stories. So about your acting, you know.
Around the house.
Around the house, in front of folk. You've done it before.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You must be talking about somebody else. I don't know.
I remember one time, that lady asked us to do something for camp meeting. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
When I tell you not even a bell rung there, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Every time I turn around, I bring this up. You know, it must have been a really traumatic experience for you because you just have this block.
A complete blank. I don't even know what you're talking about, for real.
Man, no, we had this it was a whole skit that we did.
Did we?
Yes. It was early morning for service.
For
No,
church?
it was you and I, just the two of us. Remember, she took us out to breakfast that morning and says, okay, well, this is what I want y'all to do. And we were like, okay, great. Yeah. Early morning service.
Wait,
yeah.
I said, okay, great.
Yeah, you were all excited about it.
You're making up stuff.
The grin on your face. You were so excited.
Oh, no. You're making up stuff.
No, I'm serious. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
The look on your face, you were in your element, babe. You were you were so excited. I was like, man,
on stage.
We were running through the audience. It wasn't even on the stage. We were walking down the middle aisle, doing stuff, shouting across at each other and to each other. It was amazing. It was amazing to see. You know, people, y'all had to be there to experience the phenomena that was the thespian by the name of Kenya Green. So I mean, because it was remarkable to see. The phenomena was life-changing. It was
keep on drilling. The lies.
Okay, I'll stop.
Goodness.
But I'm not lying about the fact that it happened. Now I might have embellished.
I need video. You definitely embellished.
But it did happen.
I need video.
Though.
I don't even remember.
It did happen.
I can't even believe I agreed to that.
It was so long ago that they didn't do video then.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't live stream. So
okay, all right. Well, then I guess it didn't happen. All right, so
I mean, because you ask, I'm sure you want to know, how do we make changes?
How do we make changes? Yes.
How do we make changes? By doing our own show.
By doing our own show.
That's my answer. We do a show. I don't know what we call it. The Family Green.
Oh, I hate the title. Hated it.
Wow. I think maybe the title needs some work, but
the title definitely needs some work.
But you know what? I mean, who we are and what we are, I think it writes its own story.
Sure, babe.
You don't believe it.
for
Okay.
the sake of moving forward.
Yeah.
Sure,
I
babe.
won't let it go until you agree.
Go ahead and write something. Let's see if I'll act in it.
Yeah, you will. You will.
You gonna write it?
We'll see.
Okay. Well,
Let's
I'll
see.
leave that up to you.
Because I write enough.
You write enough?
Yeah. Don't I write enough? Don't we write enough?
Who?
You and I, devotionals and books and stories.
Oh, because I was like, what stories? But yes.
Okay, see, you
I
were
didn't
just
follow you.
this
I'm so
is
sorry.
you. This okay. Who does it better? That's the game?
No, we're gonna do our segment first.
Okay. Well, I'm
Since
gonna
we are
add.
totally off subject.
I'm gonna add an element to who does it better.
What?
Pick
What are you
up
adding?
on cues.
Didn't we already do that? And I realized that I was the one who did not.
Jokes. You don't pick
We
up
did
cues.
that one a
and
couple
jokes.
weeks ago.
Okay. We're going to talk about it again. All right. So what moved me this week? Listen, what moved me this week is an opportunity for us to really just spark up conversation, right? Give us an opportunity to share, to give us each other insight in, I don't know, just kind of how we feel and what motivates us, what impacts us. And we just want to be able to, give you tools that you can use to communicate with each other.
Okay.
All right. So you want to tell us what moved you this week?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, babe.
All right. What moved me this week was being able to drop. It's interesting that you talked about that we are writers because that's what moved me this week.
Okay.
Dropping our book launch that we co-wrote. And it's a 30-day devotional.
Yes.
Called Echoes of Faith.
Yes.
By the way, you can pre-order it.
Yes. If you want to pre-order it, you can email us at Kenny and
Kenya
at marriagebelike.com. That's Kenny and
Kenya
at marriagebelike.com.
Yes. So look, it was awesome to be able to participate in that. Wait, let me just say the book is through Envision Radio, right?
Yes. So we want to express our appreciation to Envision Radio,
Many
the whole
other
team.
writers and have shows on Envision Radio.
Yeah. So we're excited to be a part of that team. Yeah.
Really excited. So that's what moved me this week because I have wanted to do something like this for a long time, actually. And I mentioned it, I would say many years ago at this point. But to actually be able to have the opportunity to do it is one thing.
Yeah.
The dream is one thing. Fulfilling that dream is another. And that moved me this week.
All right. That's so beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, and you know what? It wouldn't be fair, but it would be appropriate for me to say that moved me as well. But I'm gonna do something different.
Sure.
Okay. But yeah, not to say that I was not moved by the opportunity to and when I saw the flyer, oh my, to see your face on the flyer. And mine.
And yours.
Anyway, no, I'm gonna tell you what moved me this week. Kenya, you know that I've gotten into these DeWalt tools, right?
Yes.
And the look on her face, because I spend quite a bit of money on these tools. I've gotten into it. I've got all the drills and all the saws and I probably got about 10 batteries for them all. And I'll try to make this story really, really, really quick. So I wanted a lawnmower, the DeWalt battery operated lawnmower that would take the same batteries. And really, it's probably more nostalgic for me than purposeful.
Okay.
Right. I'll admit that. Just because I've got the batteries out, well, why not have everything
that goes with the batteries? Oh my Lord.
So
I knew it, but I'm glad you said it out loud.
So, but I priced these things, and man, these things $600, $700, and I would have paid it. I would have paid it. I'm saved my little pennies here and there, and then
because we already have a lawnmower.
We do.
I just wanted to make that known to the audience.
We do. We have a lawnmower. It works just fine.
Yes, it does. He doesn't even cut the grass, by the way, people.
Oh wow.
I'm just.
Can I tell my story?
Go ahead, tell your story, baby.
Because wow, you are. Ooh. Okay. So anyway. So I was on Facebook Marketplace and I saw one on there, and this guy was selling it for $100, right? And used to see the look on her face. He's trying to bite her tongue so she doesn't say anymore. But I saw it on Facebook Marketplace. I actually had to drive like an hour to go get it, and it didn't work. It didn't work, but I still felt compelled to buy it for $100. So I got home and did some research. Come to find out, all it needed was a key that I found on Amazon for about $5. I ordered it, plugged the key in, and it fired right up. What moved me about that?
No, I was still waiting. I'm sitting here with my face on my hand looking at them, people.
Yeah. What moved me about that was the the uncertainty of the whole experience. I had to drive an hour. I didn't know where I was going, and I felt like I was going into an area that probably should not have been.
Okay.
All right, and but everything worked out, and I really felt the need. I want you to hear me out when I say this. I really felt the need to finalize the deal because I felt like this is one of those situations where I felt like what, I needed this less than I needed to purchase it less than the person needed to sell it.
Got it.
Okay, and whether it worked or not, I was convinced I was going to buy it
Okay.
because I felt like the individual
Needed it.
and so I guess what moved me was to do that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
To be able to help.
To be able to help. Now I don't know the situation, and I don't want to be judgmental and pass judgment on anybody for whatever situation he might be in. It's none of my
But
business.
the
And
price did keep dropping.
yes, because it
which is
started
why
off
you
about
got it.
$400.
Yeah, which is why you got it at 100.
But and part of me is like, well, okay, maybe I got it at 100 because they couldn't figure out why it wasn't working, but it only was a $5 part. And you know what I did? I emailed the individual and told them, and they were really excited about it. So we were all happy about it. So
All right.
yeah. So that was what moved me this week.
Okay.
Kind of crazy. Long story. Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. And I was able to be quiet the rest of the time.
Yeah, because he was
Because all I
struggling.
heard was when you told me that you were going to get it, I was just like, okay, here we go again.
Yeah.
But, since he has such a love for shopping people.
Oh, there you go.
That's why I was like, oh, he done found another toy. That's why I was like, oh, brother. But then when he said it was $100, I was like, oh, okay. Then he said where it was. I was like, oh, brother. So I was kind of back and forth with it until I saw how well it cut my yard. I was
Yes.
like, oh, that was a good deal.
Yeah. As soon as I got it working, I sure did put those batteries in there and cut the whole yard.
In his regular clothes.
I mean, jeans and everything. It was hot outside, and I was just cutting the yard as if I was supposed to be in jeans. But anyway.
Right. I was like, at least change your shoes.
Yeah.
That's the least you could do. But yeah, no, it actually ended up being a good deal.
Yep. So
I'm glad you went with your gut bag.
yeah.
All right. So that's the end of that segment.
Right.
All right. So let's get back into our topic.
Okay. How do we make the changes? We're going to do our own show.
No. Is the tide changing in the area of Black love in Hollywood? We're not in the 80s and 90s. We talked about the 70s. We talked about the 80s and 90s. Does this time period, what's the difference in how they portray us when it comes to Black love?
Yeah, I'm struggling because I don't catch very many current television shows.
Gotcha.
Right? You know that I have my few that I watch
over
and over again. I do. It's this. There may be. I may have to talk to somebody, sit on the couch, and discuss why I do that.
I actually really try to support, particularly Black shows.
Okay.
Now, if it's too much drama for me, I will stop watching it.
Now you are one that has a low tolerance
I
for
have
drama.
a low tolerance for foolishness. That's what I have a low tolerance for, and the extra drama is unnecessary.
Now I do
for
like
me.
that one show that you watch. I mean, it's a kind of a not a documentary, but a reality type of deal. Married to something with
Married to Real Estate.
Yes,
with
the
Egypt
couple
Sherrod and Mike Jackson.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I mean, though it is about them.
It's home improvement.
Home
though.
improvement,
Can't
right?
go wrong there.
But
But it
that's
does show some of their family life. I agree.
yeah.
Mhm.
They're a married couple.
It's a nice mix.
They work together.
Mhm.
And it appears to be working just fine.
Mhm. They've done very well there in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the show. I think it's got some comedy aspects as well.
Yeah.
I like her style and her design.
Okay.
That's what drew me to the show. I had seen the commercial or something And then I found it on TV and didn't even know it had 4 seasons. So then I just started binging it.
Look, and this is the one of the very few shows that I'll watch with you. The ones that you start watching, because some of the shows that she watches, I kind of I get weirded out, I guess.
Because it's all romance.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, to go back to what we talked about before, Hallmark. Oh,
I know, but
I
you
can't
know
take
what
no more.
though? Why can't we have movies and shows like Hallmark does, but Black movies and shows on a consistent, continual basis?
Because we don't even want the Hallmark shows that come on Hallmark.
See, it's people like you.
I'm sure
There's
there
no
are many.
audience for it, is what you're saying?
Well, I mean, no, there's probably a whole bunch.
I'm about to say I disagree. I think there's a large audience for it. I just think that Hallmark has it in a bag.
Yeah,
But they
every
don't
day is
show-
Christmas in Hallmark.
I know they don't show enough of us on Hallmark, even though I watch it a lot, and they're doing better.
A whole lot.
But they are Canadian, and they do their own thing.
I'm about to remove Hallmark from my channel lineup.
Well, I'm one of the people, but you know what? Here's the other thing.
You're probably the only one that keeps them in business.
No, romance is a large business. You've got Hallmark, which does very well. You've got romance novels. So people can't say that it's not a large business, that there is no audience for it, because there is.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. This is not
we
for me.
We just somehow choose not to do a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's even with our reality, there's an overwhelming
we like drama
source of toxicity there.
We like drama. And
but life is drama enough, is it not? You can do real stories.
Yeah.
It is. And I'm going to tell you how I know it is, because you have your CSIs and all of those. Many of them are based off real stories.
True. I don't know. Some reason, there are some shows out there that give some really interesting, is the word I choose, interesting stories of Black life.
Yeah, I agree.
And there are some that I've actually have watched. I don't watch them anymore, but sometimes when you look at it, it's like, wow. I mean, are we celebrating this type of lifestyle? And what I mean by that, because I know I'm being very vague with the type of lifestyle, but I mean, when we talk about gangster type of shows and things like that, but it seems like many people like that.
But not as many people live that kind of life as people watch it.
But you're right. And is that where the
for me, that's where
intrigue comes from?
It might be intrigue, but it's disconnect, because I feel like, why choose
okay, so no, understand this. I think I think when it comes down to why you watch a particular show, right? You will watch a show that is high content of romance and good feeling, because that's what you want. That's what you look for. That's what you get at home, because I take care of you.
Yes.
But then I think there are other people who like to see the drama, particularly because they don't have that kind of drama. So they don't experience that drama at home. So as a result, you know what? I can experience it by watching it. I don't have to live it.
Okay.
I mean, it may be a little twisted.
No, I don't think it's far-fetched, actually.
Okay.
I guess I was just thinking, because I can only say how I feel about it in my opinion. You know what I mean? But there are other opinions out there. There are other reasons, and I may not know them all.
Yeah.
I may not have even looked at them.
Yeah.
Looked up. I'm still saying it wrong. I may not have researched them all.
Yeah. Because I kind of feel like when you watch TV, and I'm just talking about you, right?
Yes.
I'm talking about my wife,
I
Kenya.
tend to go to romance, comedy, positivity.
Yeah, because that's what fuels you, right? I mean, you are motivated by that, and it makes you feel good, and that's because you're also a very imaginative person. Is that right?
I do have a strong imagination.
Yeah. So then when there's something that is full of
my spirit,
then you can't let that go.
I have a hard time.
So
it sticks, and I'm like, no, get it out.
So it's almost like
a
protection, right? For you, you protect, you guard the avenues of your soul.
I just gravitate to that kind of TV.
Yeah,
and which is why other TV bothers me, though. But when I researched it, And I said, okay, it's not just me.
Yeah.
An Essence article recently talked about the same thing. There are literal podcasts about not showing Black love in a good light.
Okay.
So it's not just me.
Okay.
And even with OWN, the OWN network not too long ago had a show called Black Love, and it came from the web series. And that show celebrated Black love and talked about Black love, and had a lot of celebrities and non-celebrities come on and discuss their marriage and different items and different topics, in like short story type deal. But then there were some long interviews, and you can go back and look it up on much of it is still on YouTube or blacklove.com. But the show didn't last very long. It was pretty popular when it was on, but it didn't last very long. And several of the couples who were on the show are now divorced.
Okay.
I know. That's hard, right?
Yeah.
But I think that the effort of showing positive relationships was still the point. And I think for that time, I think they did a good job in it.
So this actually begs a question, right? Because you're saying that, talking about a show that showed Black love, right?
Mhm.
But
And
now
it
it's
was real
not
people. It
on.
wasn't reality. It was real people.
Okay. So the couples that were in the program are not together now.
Not all of them. It was like 4 or 5 that divorced
Okay.
since then. But it was interview style.
Right.
But yeah, there was celebrities.
So this kind of goes back to kind of the question I asked earlier, right? Is the problem marriages, or is it Hollywood?
I still say it's Hollywood because that was the only show on like that.
But it was a show that talked about Black love.
It was a show that talked about Black love. So what if we had more shows that talked about Black love? Wouldn't they all still be on?
Maybe.
We have a lot of
But
shows
now
that
you're saying that
demean marriage. We have
but you said a lot of people are no
toxic
longer
and
together.
drama. I didn't say a lot of people. You said a lot of people.
No, on the show. The show.
I said a
about
couple couples. You said a lot of people.
Okay.
A few couples on the show
How
are
many
no
couples were on
longer.
the show?
I don't know. There were many couples on the show. So, okay, so the show, because you didn't see it, let me explain.
Sure.
The show interviewed many couples, oftentimes several couples per show.
Oh, so it wasn't like they were recurring.
No, they were interview podcast style.
See, I didn't understand the show. Okay.
Gotcha. Now you understand.
Yeah. I'm thinking it was like a group of couples that were on the show every week.
No.
Or whatever case.
No.
Gotcha.
So Black Love was what it was called. And they interviewed, and sometimes they had live sessions. I want to say they may still do their live sessions.
Okay.
But they interviewed couples discussing marriage topics.
Okay.
And many of the couples were famous.
Okay. I get it now. I'm following you. I'm tracking. All right. So, I mean, and I don't know that I would retract my question, right? Because I still feel like, this, I'm not convinced that, it's like the chicken or the egg, which one came first. I'm not convinced that one or the other is really the more prevalent cause for what we are seeing. Meaning, if marriages are just failing because they fail organically or whatever, they fail for whatever reason, is that the motivation for the television shows, or is the television shows causing the marriages to fail?
And
I don't know the answer.
Both. My personal opinion, I think it's both. I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
I know, for instance, in Black marriages, 30% of Black Americans are married compared to 48% of U.S. population overall.
Oh. So, okay, let me make sure I understand that. 48% of the U.S. population is married.
Yes.
But when you look at the Black population, it only is 30. What do you say, 30%?
So we don't tend to marry like that, and at least not as used to be.
I'm trying my best not to get on the soap. I don't have time to get on the soapbox.
We're not going to get on the soapbox. I just want to give facts. And I also want to jog thoughts. We want to discuss. We want people to think about it and maybe even consider what they watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are a lot of things, and we talk about, pushing out positivity. So then let's push it out in all areas.
Yeah,
And we
yeah.
should be able to see ourselves, the good, bad, and the ugly. I agree. But what about the good? How
You know,
about we have 3 goods and 3 bads?
another part, I think, and I know this is not part of our conversation today, but music, I think, also plays a big part because a lot of
Good.
music actually doesn't deal with love. It
Mhm.
really is on that superficial surface of
Yeah.
attraction,
Yeah.
sexual and all that. So then it kind of leaves the love out.
Right. Talking about getting with,
Yeah.
but there's no love necessarily
Right.
there.
Right.
And even in movies, you may have the romance, the dating part, and then the end of the movie ends with a kiss, or the end
Yeah.
of the movie shows that they got together.
Mhm.
But then what after that?
Yeah.
That was in the movie. So we
Yeah.
don't get we don't get anything else after that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Missing
might
the meat
even
of the relationship.
right, you might even see a wedding, but then you don't get the actual meat. You don't get the marriage.
Yeah.
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 So then we only get pieces of relationships, but relationships are so wide and broad.
Right.
And I don't think that Hollywood does a good job of showing all of it.
Right.
It's like they take small pieces and they just blow it up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like that's fair.
Yeah. Got you.
And then I think that it also influences.
Yeah.
They're taking influence from life, but I think that when they exaggerate it, it also influences life.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why I
So
say
it's
both.
a cyclical effect, meaning that it just goes round and round and round. One causes the other.
Yeah. But I'm pushing today on our podcast to maybe see if people can make better changes, better choices, different
Yeah.
choices. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? You don't
Yeah.
know until you try.
That's right.
It'd be cool to be able to see if people can not watch a toxic show this week. Maybe start slow.
You asking a lot of some folk, but
I know,
okay.
but hey, maybe watch some more positivity show
Yeah.
this week.
Listen to the Marriage Be Like podcast.
Listen to the Marriage Be Like podcast again and again. Go back and listen to all the episodes.
Yes.
But just considering what goes into our brain and then what comes out, because that's what we put in.
And what dwells there as we put it in there. Yeah.
It does matter.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so we want to be able to represent ourselves in a good and positive way.
That's right. Can we play?
So you want to do a game?
Yeah, let's do the game because I'm interested in this one.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
All right. So who does it better?
Who does it better?
You ready for our game?
Yes.
I was going to say 1, 2, 3 so we can go together. I was trying.
You know what?
You ready for our game, babe?
Yes.
I'm doing better. As y'all listen to the podcast, y'all can see my struggle. I don't know what the struggle is, but yes.
I don't know if we'll ever get that one.
We might. We just might. All right.
I'm not encouraged by it. So
who does it better?
Yes.
And remember, you all can play these games and do the segment. We did the segment earlier of what moved me this week. So do these games and segments with your spouse.
See who wins.
In your relationship. You can see who wins if y'all want to do it that way.
There
but
we
it
go.
is to spark conversation and get to know your partner better.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's jump in. I'm ready.
Who does it better? Movie quotes.
That'd be me.
That'd be you.
That would be me.
I would jack up a movie quote.
You jack up a whole lot of stuff. You can't get song lyrics right. You can't.
Oh, wait a minute now. Don't play with the song lyrics. That ain't me. That one was you. I would get the song
lyrics. That's not
lyrics.
part of this game. So
you're right. So let's not bring that up. Okay. This ain't supposed to cause an argument, remember. Movie quotes you got.
Yes.
I will easily get that one to you.
I'm about to score this one.
Okay. Who listens when others talk better?
Kenny.
Me. Your name is not Kenya.
My name is Kenny.
Yes, and that answer is incorrect.
No, I say Kenny.
I am a better listener. Absolutely, unequivocally, without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Correct.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Because I'm right. All right, who is a better passenger in the car?
Ooh, I am.
No.
Yes, no, because I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm
because
putting
I fall asleep on long trips.
because you fall asleep on long trips. Second, I'm never a passenger in the car. I drive everywhere.
Because you are a horrible passenger, and so
What qualifies as a horrible passenger? Help me understand this. What does this mean? I'm sorry, I got attitude right now. What does this mean?
Do you want me to call you out? I'll call you out.
What do I do?
Okay, so this man, when he is the passenger of a car, he's holding on to the sides. He's holding on to the doors.
That's because you drive like...
That is not why. It's because he has motion sickness.
Oh.
So he be trying to keep himself sturdy to keep his stomach from bubbling. I am a better passenger.
That was low down.
That is why you always have to drive, so that you don't feel like motion sickness.
You're right. Wow.
Go ahead and admit it. It's okay, babe.
It's
a game, so go ahead and take your name off of there. Kenya is the better passenger.
Yeah, you know what? I will. Because, I mean, and I have this app on my phone. So if I'm sitting in the car,
I know he got all kinds of apps. He got motion stuff going.
There's dots on my phone.
He says it keeps him steady. It makes me dizzy.
Yeah, there are when the vehicle is in motion, there are dots on my phone. I've got this iPhone, right? And there are dots on my phone that move based on the movement of the car.
It is psychological, Kenny. It really is.
Yeah.
It's psychological. You realize that, right?
Well, I mean, yes, I'm not arguing that.
Okay.
But it's like your eyes. The problem with your eyes is not your eyes, it's actually how your brain interprets what your eyes see. Oh, I done laid some knowledge did.
No, you tried to deflect, sir. All right, but it's okay because this is just a game.
Yeah.
All right, so who operates their cell phone better?
That's Kenny.
That would be Kenny.
That's Kenny because first off, I figured out how to put these dots on my phone so I can see what I'm doing.
I do what I need and I don't explore no more. All right, so who shares their food better?
Kenny. Kenny. No, I'm going to tell you why.
For the record, we're looking at the notes, people. He done wrote Kenny on all the answers. Knowing everything is not Kenny. He's just trying to win.
No, I think I do share my food better than you. In fact, what I do is I actually, I get you your own.
Yes.
That's my way of sharing. You say you don't like...
I don't like to share food.
Well, why are you arguing about this, whether or not I won this?
No one's arguing. No one's arguing to share food. I'm arguing the fact that you don't put your name on all the answers.
Well.
All right, so who picks up on cues and jokes?
Yeah, Kenny. You are terrible at this.
That is not true.
What? No, wait a minute. You are terrible. We just had an example of that.
We did.
Earlier in this episode.
We did. For movies.
No. I'm sorry.
In conversation?
Yes, in general. You are slow to picking up stuff. You know it.
If it's crass, I got it right away.
That's true. Your mind stays in the gutter. But if
it is a dry humor, I get that too.
Yes.
So it just depends on what it is.
If it's a good joke, you miss it.
Yeah. But that wasn't even down there, first off.
I added that one. I added that one after...
Shares food.
Yeah, but I added that after you didn't understand what I was talking about earlier. I forget what we said.
I don't know, but that wasn't even a part of the game.
Right.
All right, so our game is over, people. I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Well, I had to add that one anyway.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Though it almost caused an argument.
Because that made 5 elements of the game, right? And if I didn't add that last one...
The last one would be 6.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh.
Somebody also can't count.
I can't count. I cannot count.
Ooh, the specialist tonight. Specialist tonight. All right.
All right. You got your own specialist, but go ahead.
All right. So let's go into our love lessons.
Yes.
I think we've discussed enough.
Yes.
It's definitely enough for people to wonder and think.
Yeah.
I believe. So I hope y'all liked the game. I hope y'all liked this episode. So our love lessons, well, I don't want to say love lessons, but our lessons this week that I would like to mention.
Right.
Let's give more attention and watch more good, healthy Black love as often as possible.
Yeah. What did I say earlier? Guard the avenues of your soul.
Yes.
Your heart. We would guard the avenues of your heart. And we could help You don't like this?
But is it a song?
No. See, look at you. See, this is how bad you are at getting jokes and stuff. Because that wasn't even a joke. I was just changing
you looked
it.
at me, you said Guard the Avenues of your heart, then you smiled. I'm like, what am I supposed to get from that?
Because I said soul at first. And then I said, well, no, your heart, because we're talking about Black love.
Oh, dang, I did not get that.
See? Wow.
When you said soul, I was like, yes. And then you looked at me, you said heart. It was just, maybe it was your movement. And I was like, what now?
See, this is what I have to deal with, people. You know, I can't.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, all right.
Let's show that there is a market for our community with good Black love.
Yes, this is why I said that we're gonna have to do our own show.
We can do our own show, babe.
You're gonna do it with me?
Sure. Write me something good.
Right.
Okay. All right. So in closing, thanks again for joining us on the Marriage Be Like podcast. We appreciate you all listening. We appreciate you all tuning in every week on Envision Radio, envision-radio.com. And we air every Thursday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time and 3 o'clock Central Time.
Central Time. That's right. That's right.
Also, come check us out on our website, marriagebelike.com. And subscribe to our podcast wherever you get podcasts.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music Podcast.
Yes.
YouTube.
Everywhere. We are everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Email us at Kenny and Kenya. We said this earlier, probably twice, but let's just say one more time real quick.
Yes.
Kenny and Kenya. At marriagebelike.com.
See, you didn't do it right.
Okay,
I gotta
go
start
ahead.
it.
You start.
Kenny and
Kenya
at marriagebelike.com.
If you want to be a part of the show, or if you want to give back.
Yes.
Give some feedback. Not give back, but give some feedback.
I will take whatever you give back.
Okay, I'll take it. Also, you can use that same email, Kenny and Kenya at marriagebelike.com, to pre-order our devotional books.
Yes.
That we co-wrote. You can use that email and we will give you more information once you get the email in.
So email to us. We already got orders coming in, y'all.
Orders coming in, and they will be released end of June.
Is it end of June?
Middle of June. We'll get them. So if you pre-order them now, you'll be the first ones to get them because we'll ship yours out first.
That's right.
Look at there.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to our son, KG Beats, for our theme music.
That's right. And listen, the Marriage Be Like podcast is recorded and produced by Green Room Entertainment and award-winning media production company. Listen, wait a minute now. We just threw that in.
I know, we did. Go ahead and explain, baby. Go ahead and explain.
Listen, for all of those of our friends and listeners, we ask y'all to vote for us as the best in Alabama for videographers. Mm-hmm. And guess what, y'all? We won! We were voted best videographer in the state of Alabama. So
the whole state.
So listen, we are really excited about that. We love all of those who support us.
Yeah,
and
y'all about to be sick of me.
Oh yeah, I'm already sick of her. No.
I'm gonna be saying it. My little banner gonna be out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be everywhere. Yes. But I'm pretty proud of us, and I'm pretty proud of our supporters.
Yeah,
I appreciate you all voting for us.
Yeah, very, very grateful. And listen, we have to give all honor to God for everything that He does for us. And so,
had a great year.
Yeah, and this summer is already starting off.
Award-winning.
Yeah.
Becoming authors.
Yes.
Yeah.
And and I'm excited
Radio
about a couple
show, podcasters.
I'm excited about the couple projects that we got coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, just it's amazing. So grateful again. Thank you to all of those who support us.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah, and you can check us out at greenroomentertain.com, right? And or just check us out at marriagebelike.com.
Yeah, you can find out more about us, our podcast, and our business.
Yes. Green Room Entertainment. Yeah.
Thank you all so much. We appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends and family.
Share it.
Yes. Do all the things.
Yes.
Do all the things. All right. Y'all have a good week. Bye-bye.